Hi, and welcome to HRS 5450, Assistive Technology in Sports and Recreation. I'm Carmen DeGiovane. Well, it's a beautiful day out here in central Ohio, so I thought I'd record the videos outside. Hopefully it's not too breezy, and you never know, you might hear a jet overhead, a horn honking, or a bell from a bike going by. I've already heard that a couple times today. So for this module 8, we will focus on winter sports. But before that, I just want to give a note, talk a little bit more, I guess, about metacognition and Bloom's taxonomy. As you all know, I've been reading this book, Teach Students How to Learn by Sandra Yancey McGuire. It's really got me thinking about this process of learning and how important it is and how different it is than the process of just studying. So just as a reminder around Bloom's taxonomy, undergrad students were focused on remembering, understanding, and applying the materials that you learn in this course. For grad students, we're really focused on analyzing, evaluating, and creating. And you'll hopefully see that in the assignments. The other thing that I want to point out is the study cycle. I was really impressed with this study cycle. This is something that Sandra McGuire talks about. There's actually a lot of information about this if you're interested on the LSU, Louisiana State University website. And so I'll provide a link to that somewhere in the future, or maybe I'll add it to these notes so you have access to it. But basically the study cycle has 5 steps: preview, attend class, review, attend study sessions, and assess. It has a focus obviously on the in-person environment or a traditional classroom environment. I thought I'd flip it up and give you some ideas of how you could use it in an online classroom, such as the class that you're in right now. So the preview, read the module overview and the readings overview. These are the things that I think are important, so I highly recommend checking them out on the overview page and the reading page. Take about 10 or 15 minutes to go through it. Don't spend a whole lot of time. Then for step 2, attending class, well, watch the videos that I create and complete the readings. So that's a good place to start. So that shouldn't take you too long, not any longer than just completing the readings and writing some notes in the margins of what the readings, what the important parts are of the readings. Use the headings and subheadings to guide you. Then the third part is review. So take 10 or 15 minutes to determine the key points and generate questions. And then the fourth step is intense study sessions. So complete the learning activities that I assign in the course. It could be a quiz, it could be a tech review, or it could be a case study discussion. And finally, assess what you've learned. So reflect back on what you've learned, and not just what you've studied, but how you could potentially use that. And that'll really help you in understanding and learning the material in a way that you'll be able to use in future modules and, more importantly, in your professional career. So check out the study cycle from LSU. All right, moving on, just a quick review of what you learned in Module 7, Summer Sports. We focused on Paralympic sports and classification and specifically investigated summer sports. As I noted in the last module, I recommend that you watch the videos, and you'll see that again in Module 8. We had 2 readings for you in Module 7. Both of them focused on summer sports, and then the assignments were around the semester-long case study focused on the goals and objectives for Sheffield. We also had another careers in adaptive sports and recreation technology, and it was with Jeff Norris from Invacare. Moving on to Module 8, Winter Sports. It's the same type of theme. We're looking at adaptive winter sports, typically focused on Paralympic sports. Once again, I provide videos for you to check out so you can get a better understanding of what some of these sports look like in real life. For this module, we had 2 readings. The first one was Wintertime Fun Sport Options. That's more of a magazine article, a blog post from New Mobility. I hope you enjoyed it. It gives you a good sense of some winter sports. And then we had Winter Adaptive Sport Participation, Injuries, and Equipment. And that does a nice job of providing an overview of some winter sports that are out there, not only the sports themselves, but the injuries that can occur and the equipment and technology that you might use for supporting those sports. Your assignments are to do the third ASR, or Adaptive Sports and Recreation Technology Scavenger Hunt. That's a mouthful. So we have the third one of those. And then the grad students have to moderate the scavenger hunt. And then I also created Reading Insight. And I recommend the Reading Insights, you only have to respond to one question, but I recommend checking out all the questions, because once again, when we talk about the study cycle, that's a good way to understand what I believe is important in each one of the articles. And you'll see a repeating theme around the HAP model and technology, and how technology supports the individual. I did add for this module a Module 8 check-in. That's an midpoint of the semester, end of the first half of the semester check-in. So I'd appreciate if you fill it out so I can get a sense of how things are going for you in the course. The survey is anonymous, so feel free to put in some good feedback, but make sure it's constructive feedback. Finally, I don't have any cool stuff in assistive technology this week, because I wanted to highlight the fact that if you're graduating in the spring or the summer and you're in the Assistive and Rehabilitative Technology Certificate Program, that you need to fill out a form in order to get the ARTC program on your transcripts. So if you're an undergrad student, you need to fill out the survey. I provided the survey link in these notes, and I also send out an announcement in the ARTC hub on Carmen Canvas. If you're a grad student, then you need to go to gradforms.osu.edu and fill out a form there to get the ARTC program on your transcripts. So in closing, I talked a little bit about metacognition, the study cycle, Bloom's taxonomy, because I want to make sure you're learning this material, and I hope that this information will be helpful for you not only in this course but in other courses. I'm asking you to complete an anonymous mid-semester check-in survey. This feedback is always helpful to me. It will help me for the rest of the semester. And then I just want to let you know that there's an Assistive Technology Center tour and overview session on March 10th. So that's the Assistive Technology Center that's here on the campus of the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. If you want to attend, you need to sign up for it. If you're in the ARTC program, you can go to the ARTC, the Assistive and Rehabilitative Technology Certificate Program, Carmen Canvas Hub, and sign up there. If you're not in the ARTC program, you can just send me an email via Carmen Canvas mail. We're limiting the overview and tour to 12 people, so that's why I'd like to know if you plan on coming on March 10th. As always, reach out to me if you have any questions. Questions are always great for me to get an understanding of how you're progressing through the course, and if I get enough of those questions, then I'll respond to everybody through an announcement or discussion post. And as always, keep an eye out for assistive technology for sports and recreation. Thanks, and have a great week.